Hey y'all, welcome back to the crazy. I'm Leslie and this is Fat Cat Flossing, my FlossTube channel about cross stitch or whatever other needle arts I happen to get up to, but probably 90% cross stitch. Today is Monday, March 18th. Yes, I should know that because yesterday was St. Patty's Day. My mom was Scots-Irish. I celebrated a little. Didn't have any green beer, but oh well. But anyway, I'm here today to visit with you about what I have been up to. It's been, I think, 6 weeks since my last FlossTube because I have a rip-roaring case of lateral epicondylitis, which is inflammation of the tendon on the outside of my elbow here, brought on from a spate of grooming the ginormous puppy. It's also called tennis elbow. This is a compression sleeve that's I can put in the fridge and ice down. I didn't stitch anything for 5 weeks because my elbow was killing me. And about 10 days ago, I started stitching again. And I can stitch for about 2 hours and then it starts to bother me and I have to stop. Which sucks because I'd like to stitch more than that, but beats all heck out of nothing. So I am grateful that it is improving. Let me show you my problem child. Tucker, come here. Tucky, hey, come here. Y'all asked to see him last time, so here he is. Tucky, come here, baby. Come here. Tucker, come here. Up. Tucker, up. 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 Okay, well, that's not a great... Tucky, look here. Hey, look here. He's not going to cooperate. That's mama's stuff. Up. Up. He is 100 pounds of love. Sorry, I'll take some pictures and put them on Instagram of him. He has been trimmed down. I loved his long hair. He is, he is a Newfie Doodle. He was a year old on February 19th. He is half Newfoundland and half Standard Poodle. He won't be fully mature till he's about 2, but he is around 100 pounds, and I really don't expect him to get a lot bigger than this. He is a love bug. Kiss. Can I have a kiss? Kiss. Oh, he's going to be shy now. Sorry, he doesn't want to show off right now. But anyway, he's wonderful. I love him to pieces. He is my little love, well, he's my big love bug. And he is the reason I have a rip-roaring case of tennis elbow. So he's going to be kept, not shaved down, but, you know, in a shorter coat because apparently I can't groom all that long hair anymore. Okay, here, come here, come that way. Sit. Tucker, sit. 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 Good boy. Good boy. Okay, so that's my, you can go lay down now, baby. That's my big old baby and the reason that my elbow is effed up right now. So, everything else is pretty much status quo. I don't have any kittens yet. Swampy, who was due in February, had one stillborn kitten. So, no babies for me. Sugar turned out not to be pregnant. I have bred 3 more girls. I don't know yet if they're pregnant, but I sure hope they are because I need some kittens. I'm having kitty withdrawals. But anyway, y'all, cross your fingers and think fertile kitten thoughts at my girls. What else? I don't think there's anything else really going on. Steve and I both had the crud, which developed into a sinus infection for me, which was no fun, but I'm still a little snotty when I get up in the morning, but thank God I don't feel sick. I'm just a little snotty, which is a blessing. So anyway, not the snot, feeling better. Anyway, moving right along. That's enough about me and my mess. So let me show you what I got. I have a whole lot of kind of from the vault stuff because I haven't gotten much stitching done. But I do have one finish. This is What Remains from Blackbird Designs. This was an exclusive to Traditional Stitches in Calgary, Alberta, Canada a few years ago. And then I believe last year, I think it was last year, they released it at market. But I started it back in 2022 and got it done. And I've got my FlossTube board here to put it on. I stitched I meant to have this done on February 19th because that was my mom's birthday. And a lot of folks did this as a kind of memorial or tribute piece. And I'm sorry, I did not iron because my arm hurts. Anyway, a lot of folks did this as part of the What Remains style, which I will hashtag below. I'm sorry, it looks better when it's ironed. But I got done, I guess, 4 or 5 days ago, like last Thursday or so, give or take. And I'm very happy with how it came out. I altered the pattern somewhat. The birds should be immediately up here underneath this line. I dropped them down and made a space to put my mom's name and dates. And that is done 1/1. And then the rest of it is 1/2. This is 36 count. Picture This Plus Heartland from Picture This Plus. I'm apparently out of practice. And all of the flosses are just miscellaneous silks from my stash. I did not use any of the call for. This is all just silk from my stash. But I'm super happy with how it came out. I will be getting this framed. I still have my ginormous, you can't see it, it's behind me, ginormous stack of stuff waiting to be framed back there, because about the time I pulled all that stuff out and got it sized into frames that it would fit, that's when I messed up my elbow, and I don't have enough strength in that elbow to get the framing done. So anyway, I still have a stack of stuff that needs to be framed, and I will get to that eventually. So anyway, that's the end of that one. Y'all, I have a real mess here. I worked for one night on this last week. This is, see if I can find the pattern here. This is Elizabeth's stocking from Shepherd's Bush. And I'm trying to get these stockings done for my son and daughter-in-law. I've got one already done for my grandson. So I'm trying to make sure everybody has a stocking. Unfortunately, and this is the called for 18 count. Actually, this is not the called for, but this is a comparable 18 count. This is an R&R. I don't remember the name of it right now. But it is an 18 count linen. And this is stitched 1/2 with the called for pearl cottons. And all I did was I added like a couple buildings and trees to this line down here. As you can see, these are all doubled on here. These are the pearl cottons. And I cut them fairly long because I don't find that they fuzz up as much as what, that would be a really long strand. If you were talking about regular floss. But the pearl cottons are a little bit more heavy duty, I guess. And they don't fuzz up as much. So I cut them fairly long. I guess they're almost 36 inches. I'm going to take my sleeve off, y'all, because it's starting to bother me. But because those are longer strands, my motion stitching was doing this, really extending my elbow, which, as it turns out, is not great. So I stitched one night and my elbow hurt quite a bit again, so I'm going to put this away again until hopefully my elbow is better. I've talked to Vanna. She has agreed to finish these for me because I want them to be perfect like her finishing, not half-assed like mine. But I need to get them to her, earlier in the year for her to get them done. So I need to get that done, but right now that doesn't appear to be happening because of my stupid elbow. Stupid elbow! Anyway. So, when I could not make any progress with that, I pulled out one of my market haul pieces, and I was bad. I did get some stuff from market, although not as much as what I traditionally have. But I pulled out, this is the Home Needle Book from Shepherd's Bush. Isn't that cute, y'all? And I've only made one needle book previously, and I am not happy with my finishing on that. So I'm really hoping that I can do a better job on this. And so I started this on Saturday, and this is the kitted linen, which is a 32 count kind of natural linen, and all of the called for kitted flosses, which are all Weeks Dye Works. And that is 2 days of stitching. Not particularly long days of stitching, because again, I can't stitch for more than a couple hours at a time. So I think I stitched, this is probably 6 hours total. I think I stitched in a couple of 2-hour go rounds on Saturday, rested my elbow in between, and then I stitched for a couple hours last night. So that's where I got to. And I'm probably 80% done. There's a few more little doodads and then all the back stitch stuff to do. But I hopefully will get this done tonight. There's no hurry on it. You know, I just like to have a finish. So that is the home needle book from Shepherd's Bush, which was a market release this year. And it came, of course, all kitted up. There's the stuff to finish it with, the rickrack, and it's got the wool in there, the felt to do the inside of the needle book and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I love me some Shepherd's Bush, so I'm always happy to be working on that. And that is the sum total in about 7 minutes of everything I have worked on in the last 6 weeks because of my stupid elbow. So, because I had nothing else to talk about, I decided to pull out a bunch of stuff from the vault, which is what you see all this stuff here. But before we do that, let me go ahead and show you my little bit of haul, of which I do not have much because I've been pretty good. Not so much out of desire as necessity, but I've been pretty good. One of the things I did get from Market, although now I don't know if they're there, I had Anne pick up for me. These are the Classic Colorworks. There are 3 new flosses, and they are called London Fog, Misty Mauve, and Weather Vane. I don't know that I would have chosen them if I had known what the new release flosses were going to be, because, you know, I'm a bright, pretty, pastel-y, springy colors kind of person. That's not to say that they won't get used, because I'm sure they'll be called for and stuff, and so I'll just add them to my stash. As Classic Colorworks frequently does, they did a freebie pattern that if you bought the flosses, you got the freebie. And this is it. And this, whoops, sorry, upside down. This was exclusive to getting these flosses. This is not something that I will stitch. So it's going to be part of our giveaway today. Not the floss. I'm keeping the floss, but I am going to give away the pattern. So stay tuned for that. And then I have a couple other things to give away also. So there's one thing. And then this was a new release from Sweet Wing Studios. And I just love what it says. Be a blessing while you may. Only once you pass this way. And that is the truth. We're all here for a limited time. And so be a blessing and not an asshat is what it boils down to. So I think that's really pretty. I love that little white house, church, whatever it is. It's really pretty. Like it a lot. And I may start that fairly soon. This was also, I think, a market exclusive. This is from Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery. And this is Hester's Easter Jumper. I love me some spring, y'all. I love me some Easter. And I love pink. So it's a bunny in a pink smock. Her Easter jumper. Had to have it. This is from Stacy Nash. Le Poulet. I'm sorry. Le Poulet Pin Keep. So, which it means the chicken pin keep. And I just think that chicken is adorable. She's got attitude, which suits me perfectly. So, she's really cute. I think she's adorable. I will get her stitched, hopefully, also sooner rather than later. And then my last thing that I got from Market, and I think the last of my cross-stitch haul, period. This is Heart and Home from Jeanette Douglas. And I love to stitch houses. They're one of my favorite things to stitch. And I just really thought this was pretty. The color palette suits me. The houses are cute. I like it a lot. So, I got that. And that was all of my Easter haul. Or not Easter haul. All of my market haul. I did have one other piece of haul. Not that I've done anything with it. This was an ad that popped up on my Facebook. And it is to make, this is a pattern to make these little Easter basket overalls. Now, I've had this for a month. And do you think I've done anything with it? No, I have not. Because stupid elbow. So, I don't know that I'll get it done this year before Easter. But since that's only a week and a half away. But anyway, that's what I got. And then, let me make some room here. Let's see. I did get, these are my Silk of the Month from Silks for You. And these are the January Silks of the Month. They run typically about 6 weeks behind. In other words, if it says January, I typically get them in late February or March, whatever. These are really pretty purples. I think they're going to show up on Hester's Easter smock. Pretty colors. Joe's Silk of the Month Club. These are 10 meters of 6-stranded silk. Shipped from Australia from $21 a month. Couldn't beat that deal with a stick. So, can't say enough good things about her. And then the last thing I got, because I'm ambitious. I'm not intelligent, but I'm ambitious. Is I need to stay off of social media because I see all the things that I want to do. And one of the things that I saw that I just thought was adorable, and if I can remember in the show notes, I will put her Instagram handle. She is, I believe, Japanese, and she makes wonderful felt things, wool felt. And she made this little needle book. I got to think about needle books lately. That opens up with the little purse clasp. And I thought, I'm going to try that. We'll see. I looked on Etsy first for these because that's typically my go-to. And I could find them very reasonably priced. However, one of them was like $3 or $4. Which was great. I didn't mind paying the $3 or $4. I did mind paying the $8 in shipping. So we have Amazon Prime. So instead of paying $4 for the thingy and $8 for shipping for one, I paid $11 for 5 of them from Amazon Prime. So this is going to be also a giveaway, is one of these, because I think I got 5 of them and I probably won't use 5. But if you are interested in trying to make a wool felt needle book or any other kind of little thing that you could use a purse clasp for, we'll talk about that again for giveaways. Okay, so that was, oh, here's my last thing. I have another pattern that I did not print off, but it's to make an Easter bunny, and this is some lace. This is just from Walmart. It was, I think, $4 for, I want to say this is 3 yards. Yep. 3 yards of fairly wide lace, just a lace collar. So that was the last bit. That's all my haul. Astonishingly little for me. So now let's talk about what I pulled out of my spring box and have had up on my, oh, before I get to that, let me talk a little bit about plans. Since I finished the What Remains, which was, it's not a large sampler, but is a little bit larger. I'm wanting to work on smalls, and this is Tis Spring from Brenda Gervais, which I bought a while back. So I am going to start this fairly soon. I'm going to try to pull out some other things from my stash because I've really got the startitis, and I think that's probably a symptom of I didn't do anything for almost 6 weeks. So now I want to do all the things. Can't do all the things, Leslie. There's just not enough time. You know, I have to sleep at some point. Even though I have no kittens right now, so I do have some extra time. But I'm going to try to pull out some smalls. And I don't have as many smalls in my whips right now as what I have had at some points in the past. Because I finished a lot of stuff. So I have a lot of bigs. I have a lot of BAPs. But I am going to pull out and try to work on some smalls. And I'll probably end up starting some other stuff. But it is what it is. What the heck. Okay. From the vault. This is stuff I have finished, I don't know, back over the last 5 or 6 or 7 years, however long. I finished this apparently in 2018 because I put 18 on it. This is, I don't remember his name. This is one of the Lizzie Kate Easter stand-ups. He's so cute, y'all. He is stitched on, I'm pretty sure this is a 28 count. I do not remember, and I think he came as a kit. So I don't remember if the linen came in the kit or not. You know, it was 6 years ago, and I have definitely slept since then and get more amnesiac by the day. But anyway, I will put his name, I will look him up and put his name down in the drop down. And you can get, I don't know if they come as a kit anymore, because like he has the little pocket watch that came with him. And I have, I think 2 or 3 others of these that I need to do. And he was finished by Faye Rigsby. I sent him to her a couple years ago, and she finished him for me because I'm okay with doing a little pillow, but I have got, Vonna has a great tutorial on doing stand-ups. What I don't have is the gumption to actually do it. So, there he is. Whatever his name is. It's not Roger Rabbit, but it's a Lizzie Kate bunny. But I will find his name and put it in the drop down. The other Lizzie Kate I have, I also do not remember the name of. I probably, oh Lord, it's got lots of hot cat hair on it. It sits out in my house. It gets a lot of cat hair. So even though they've only been out for a couple of weeks, since I took down Valentine's Day and put up Easter, they have acquired quite the bit of fuzz. This is another Lizzie Kate, and I don't remember the name of it. I will also try to see if I can find the name of it. I finished this using Vonna's tutorial for a flat fold. She's very generous with her time and energy on making tutorials for these things. And I'm very grateful that she does, because I now know how to do a flat fold. And I put this out every Easter. And I will also look this up. It came with instructions on finishing it into a flat egg shape. But I wanted it to stand up because I don't have like a tree that I hang things off of because cats. Guys, they'd all be toys. So anyway, he's very cute. And I have him finished as a little flat fold. Where to put things? Where? Okay, the next 3, all 3 of these are from Brenda Gervais. I think the booklet was called Jelly Bean Jubilee. And I noticed when I pulled this out that one of the satin stitches on her wing is messed up. So I'm going to have to figure out how to fix that. Who knows? But I'll figure it out. And I did these. I did not date these. I'm guessing I did these 3 years ago, because I've had them out for a couple of years for Easter. This one was called, I think, Easter Parade. And it's the little chicks pulling a basket of carrots. And I think the change I made on this one was the flowers were, the call for was white. I do remember that. And I think any Easter thing ought to have a little bit of purple in it. So I changed the flowers to purple. And I used a quilting cotton and just some purple trim. I don't remember. Oh, Lord. This one's got a hole in it. This is what happens when you have cats. The cats knock things down and then they want to chew on things. Fortunately, that looks like it was repairable. But this is out of that same Jelly Bean Jubilee book. I don't remember what the name of this one is. It just says Easter. And again, I just finished it with a quilting cotton on the back. And I did not add any trim on this one. And then this one, I think, is called Painting Eggs. Oh, God, he's so fuzzy. Lots and lots of cat hair. But I think this is probably my favorite out of this batch. I think that he's so cute. And again, I just added some striped fabric on the back and to pick up the colors of the egg here on the front. So there he is. I think that one, again, is called Painting Eggs, I think. But all three of those are from that Jelly Bean Jubilee book. This one I do not remember the name of. I think it is a Homespun Elegance chart, but I've slept since then and I don't remember. Diana. It's Kismet. Something like that. She hasn't made a video in a long time. But she used to make videos a lot. And this was a giveaway from her that I won several years ago. Again, don't remember the name of it. He is stitched 1/1, not my favorite, on, I think this is a 28 count. I think it's a 28 count even weave. But there he is. And I don't think I used the call for. I think I just used miscellaneous DMC. And again, just a little pin pillow with some fuzzy trim. What's next? This one is really fuzzy. This one stays out all the time in here just because I love the bright and cheerful colors. This is Bird and Flowers. And this is a freebie pattern from Durene Jones, which I think you can get on her Facebook page, I think. But it's called Bird and Flowers. If you search Durene Jones, it's D-U-R-E-E-N, I think. Could be D-U-R-E-N-E. But Durene Jones, if you search her, she has quite a few freebies. This is another one that I finished as a stand-up using Vanna's tutorial. I did the little flat with this and then a couple of layers with, you know, another piece of mat board, and then made the stand-up and covered them all with various and sundry fabrics. Added some ribbon, and then I just glued on various buttons. I've got quite the button collection, so I just pulled out buttons that match those colors to use those. And this one, like I said, this one stays out all the time because I like bright, cheerful things. It sits on my shelf over there in front of all my patterns. And it has, I don't know if you can tell, but it's curved here, where it's kind of deformed from sitting up. I don't know if I put it back under some heavy books, if I could correct that or not. Vanna, if you happen to be watching this, I would love to hear your 2 cents worth on that. Or anybody else knows. I'd love to have your input on if that is fixable. I actually think I have more of this fabric, so I could probably redo it if I had to, but I'd rather not, just because I'm lazy. Okay. This is another freebie. Isn't he cute, y'all? This is called Cotton, and he is from Shannon Christine, and I think also via her Facebook page. But if you search Shannon Christine, 2 separate names, you should be able to find him. He is super cute, and he is just tiny. I mean, he's tiny. Stitched. Cats also have had their way with this one. See the holes in the side? Somebody's bitten into it. He stitched a 1/2 on 40 count. I don't remember what the fabric is, but he is tiny. It is a 40 count. And it's so cute. This one is called, I think it's just called Spring. Oh, God, they're so fuzzy. Y'all, my house. Lots of cat fur. Lots of cats, lots of cat fur. This is Spring from Oxleone Designs. She is on Etsy. And I will try to find her and link her below. Isn't that cute? Can you tell spring is my favorite season? I might have one or two things. And I don't think I pulled out anywhere near all of them. This is just what I could fit for now. Here's one that everybody has probably seen. This is Easter Parade from Blackbird Designs. And he's called for to be on a linen where he would finish about, you know, quite a bit bigger. But I did him on a 40 count. And he's 1/2 with, I think that's the called for. I couldn't swear to it, but I think that's the call for. Again, with just a quilting cotton on the back and a little bit of chenille trim. And then the last cross stitch I have to show you is Easter Notes from Shepherd's Bush. This also is called to be stitched on, I think, I don't know if it's on an 18 count or 28 count, but it should finish quite a bit bigger. And instead, I did it again on, I kind of think this is, I was going to say 36, but those stitches are pretty small. I think this is 40. And and it should be on a neutral colored fabric, but I had this pink and I loved it and I wanted to use it. So I brightened up the colors significantly when I did this because the other colors were too washed out on that bright pink fabric. So Easter Notes from Shepherd's Bush, done very tiny. And that whole pillow is about probably 5 inches high, 5 or 6 inches at the most. Well, let's see. It is spot on 5 inches tall. So cute. So that's all the cross stitch finishes I have to show you. Now, when I put out all of my Easter and spring stuff, I made these, I think, 2 years ago, I think. And I will try to remember to link the pattern. It's, you know, they're the same bunny. I just did the pattern different sizes. But I have, and they're really simple. You cut them out and you don't even turn the fabric. You just sew the fabric together with the wrong sides together so the pretty sides are out, and leave a little opening, stuff them, and then I cut all mine out with pinking shears just so they wouldn't ravel as much, and it gives them kind of the frilly edge. But I put my rabbits out. And then the last thing I have that I put out with all of my spring and Easter stuff is a couple years ago, same time I made those bunnies, I made a boatload of carrots. And these are made out of some chenille that I dyed. And I've used various things to top them with. This is actually the fringe that was on, this was an old chenille bedspread that I found at an antique mall. And I think I paid around 20 bucks for it. I mean, it was like a queen size bedspread. I got a lot of chenille out of it. And this was the fringe that was on it, which I dyed green and used that. And then this is some type of synthetic trim that I bought at Hobby Lobby or Joann's or somewhere. And I also dyed it, but that is the same dye bath. Isn't that interesting how differently the cotton took it as opposed to this synthetic, because I stuck those in the same dye bath. I just thought that was real interesting. And then I've got some more, same thing. Just, these are just miscellaneous cottons, and this isn't just a cotton that I kind of fringed to make those. So that's what makes my Easter display. I think that is about all I have to talk about. So let's talk about giveaways. The first thing I want to say is I rolled over 5,000 subscribers, I don't know, a couple months ago or so. And on my last FlossTube, I announced a giveaway for a project bag and some goodies. And the winner for that was Sean in AZ. And I have not heard from Sean. So Sean, come on, get in touch. I want to give you a project bag, and I'll have some linen and some floss and some other goodies to give you. But you need to get in touch with me. My email is Leslie, Leslie, D as in Delta, Hurley, Hurley, @gmail.com. It'll be in the drop down. please email me, and we need to get in touch and talk about which project bag that you'd like to have. If you want it fairly soon, you probably need to take one of the ones I already have made up, because stupid elbow. So I don't know how much sewing I'm going to get done. If you want to wait, I'll make you a custom bag to your specifications, but it depends on how soon you want it. If I do not hear from you by the time I make my next FlossTube, which will probably be, let's say, early April, I hope, knock on wood, around a month, 4 weeks-ish, but get in touch. If I don't hear from you by then, I'm going to go back to that last video and use the random generator thing and pick somebody else. But anyway, please get in touch. I want to give you what you want. Okay, for my giveaways today, this is the pattern only for that flower pot. And you could do it in any colors you wanted to. You didn't. I'm just not a big monochromatic girl, but you could do it in any colors you wanted to. So this is giveaway number 1. And if you want this one, let's say, say classic, C-L-A-S-S-I-C, since it came with the classic Colorworks flosses. So C-L-A-S-S-I-C. You don't have to make a sentence. If you do, they're always fun. I love reading them, but you just use the word classic somewhere in your comment to be eligible, and I will use the random picker thing to choose somebody. This, I finished this a while back. This is Garden Fair from Annie B's Folk Art. And if you would like to win the pattern for this, say Garden, G-A-R-D-E-N. And that'll make you eligible to win that. And then if you would like to win one of these clasps, and they're just a ball, you know, a classic ball clasp. You could use it for any kind of purse you wanted to use it for. I intend to use mine to try to make a needle book like I saw. And I will try to link her at her Instagram. But if you'd like to win this, say clasp, C-L-A-S-P. And then this is not the chenille that I made. Well, I did make this rabbit out of it, I think. Same chenille I made that rabbit out of. I dyed this myself. It was a kind of off-white chenille, and I dyed it this peony pink color. And it is a fairly decent sized piece. A little bit bigger than a Phat quarter. I think I actually measured it. It's 28 by 22. So if you would like to win this, say chenille, C-H-E-N-I-L-L-E. And I will mail these wherever in the world you happen to be. So if you would like to win the chenille, C-H-E-N-I-L-L-E, the clasp, C-L-A-S-P, Garden Fair from Annie B's, G-A-R-D-E-N, or the freebie pattern that came with the flosses. Again, you're not getting the flosses, you're just getting the pattern, but use the word classic, C-L-A-S-S-I-C. And I will choose those when I do my next video, hopefully in 3 to 4 weeks. But, you know, it's me. Who knows? Please be a subscriber. If you're not, I would love it if you subscribed. I'd love to get my next milestone, but I love and appreciate everybody who comes back to visit with me all the time. So if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to be eligible and like the video and then comment using one of those keywords. And I think that's the end of it. That's all I got. So hopefully I'll be back soon, and we will visit again. But in the interim, I wish you lots of love and joy and happiness and lots of stitching. And I will hopefully see you soon. Since I won't probably see you again before Easter, I hope you have a wonderful, blessed Easter, enjoying your family, and remembering what that holiday is all about. God bless y'all. Bye-bye.